What's going on, YouTube? Want to welcome you guys back to another YouTube video. As I said, I was starting up a new stream for Harry Potter, and we're gonna continue on playing Harry Potter for another couple hours or so. Go to bed a little late, so
Expelliarmus, Defender, Confringo, Depulso, Incendio, Levioso, Accio, Depulso, Confringo, Defender, Expelliarmus, Protego, Depulso, Defender, Expelliarmus, Confringo, Depulso, Expelliarmus, Reparo, Incendio, Confringo, Defender. Revelio. Expelliarmus, Defender, Confringo, Depulso.
Smith and Wayne Mason were good friends, but after a disagreement, this was the only way to settle it. This is how proud gypsy men settle problems. Fists, not weapons. Uriah Burton, the Gypsy King, was the father of the man that is reffing the fight. Burton was a legend in bare-knuckle boxing. The ref tells the men the rules and will show fair play to both men. If one man takes too much punishment and can't carry on, the ref will stop it. This fight will resolve the
Revelio.
between these two men without weapons, only fists. The men await the ref to start the fight. No round.
Professor Weasley.
This goes on till a winner is clear.
ooh.
Somewhere away from prying eyes.
All Lee Burton, the pro boxer, was also good in fair play with his brother. Both men start slow, as this could go on for some time, as one punch could end it all.
Forgive me, the headmaster stopped me and I... Merlin's beard!
Smith attacks first
I
with
see
a
you've
flurry of
wasted
punches.
no time. Well done. Shall we?
Mason counters with
After
a
you,
punch,
Professor.
But Smith seems to be more aggressive. Smith lands one clean, but Mason is not going to go down easy. These are proud men. Smith shows off some impressive movement from a bare-knuckle boxer.
What is this place?
This is the room of requirement. It only appears when one is in real need of it.
Some
Ordinarily,
fixing points
a student
have
might
powers,
stumble upon
but
this
both
room
men
entirely
give up. They want to win.
if...
Mason still seems to be on the back foot as Smith keeps steaming forward. What was the dispute between these two men?
I'd only planned to suggest to you how to find it by walking past that bit of wall, focusing on what you need. But you've managed to reveal the room on your own. While I'm here, we should take advantage of the moment. Now, where is Deke?
The traveller's
He
lifestyle
must have
has
sneaked
been
past and gone
around
ahead.
for years.
Deke, Professor.
Since the
The
80s.
house elf I was speaking to in my classroom your first day. Thought he might help you use the room once you found it. There's no chance I'm clambering over this mess.
Attacking. One mistake can end up in a loss.
This presents the perfect opportunity to teach you Evanesco, the vanishing spell. You can cast Evanesco to vanish certain objects, such as these chairs and other things here in the room.
Gypsy men have always
I
said
suggest you
that
practice
this
the
way
wand
for
movements
years.
first,
It's a way of life.
then you can clear the chairs away.
Good clean fight between these two men. Both men are willing to fight for as long as it takes to resolve.
Splendid. Now, cast Evanesco.
Tyson Fury, the world champion boxer, is a relative of the referee.
Excellent work. You'll note that you are now in possession of Moonstone. We shall discuss its uses later.
King of the Gypsies,
Let's move on.
Tyson, champion boxer, is a relative of the referee. Uriah Burton, the king of the Gypsies, was Tyson Fury's great-granduncle. Burton was known only in the secretive world of the Travellers, a name uttered in hushed tones. He was an ogre, they say. He had the strength of 5 men, and would take on 2 men at a time. Bartley Gorman was probably the most famous of Gypsy bare-knuckle champions. Some travellers would dip their hands in oil to condition them for bare-knuckle. Old Joe Joyce was famous for this, as well as many other proud Gypsy men. Smith looks like to be in control of this fight. Can Mason find that punch? These men have fighting in their blood. The ref asks if Mason answer, no. The fight is moved to the middle. These men are showing heart and pride. True gypsy men. Fair play to these two men. No knives, no guns, just fists. Smith goes in for the kill, but Mason will not concede. Fair play. Smith seems to be getting the better of Mason, but both gypsy men will not give up. You won't believe the reason why these men had to settle this with fists. As the fight goes on, it's clear to see that Smith seems to be getting the better of Mason. Could you fight bare knuckle? Would you fight for your family name? Why do you think these men had to fight? What was the problem? This fight could go on for a long time as neither man will back down.
This is an interesting fight. It's a gypsy fight.
Mason is taking the most hits, but his heart will not let him stop. He is a gypsy man. Mason is knocked to the floor. These men have some utter pride. They fight for the family's name. The fight is stopped. Mason admits he has been beaten by Smith. What was the fight about? Both men have no idea. The men shake and the problem they had is now resolved. This is how real men settle an argument.
Absolutely, that's how real men settle an argument. You fucking go down fighting. You go down fighting, no guns, no knives, like fucking men.
Where in Merlin's
You're a
name
fucking
is that
coward
elf?
if you bring a gun and a knife to a fucking fist fight. And a lot of these fucking men, so-called men, do that. It's disgusting the way they fucking handle themselves. Disgusting.
Is that... Goodness. My old school bag. I wondered where that had got to. I can't believe it still.
There we go. Sorry, I just had to make sure everything was going. No. No. Please tell me it's not gonna... Oh. I'm gonna have to fire this fucking thing up again. And it crashes every time I try and fire it up. Hopefully it doesn't crash. Shaders again? Come on.
Well, we've got sudden death overtime in the skills competition. The goaltender's pick, it's Patrick Law for the Whales. Each team gets to pick its goalies and shooters, and Ed Belfour's going back. Belfour and Roy. Sudden death.
That's Fedorov. Or
The first
Sergei
team to score
Fedorov.
while the other team does not win. Darren Fleury, first shooter. No goal. The
It fired up perfect. Fuck, I love Ed Belfour, man. He's a fucking beauty.
Excellent work. You'll note that you are now in possession of Moonstone. We shall discuss its uses later. Let's move on.
Okay, let's go.
Where in Merlin's name is that elf?
Oh, it's my old school bag.
Expelliarmus!
Is that
Defender!
goodness? My old school
Watch me
bag.
slice her bag in
I
half.
wondered where that had got to. I can't believe it's still here.
Oh, that would have killed her.
I'll just take a quick look at this. Give you an opportunity to explore on your own until we locate Deke.
Yes, Professor.
Dear me. Can't you keep it down? Some of us are trying to rest.
Revelio. Accio.
Patrick gave Vetter out the flying ball and took it away from him. Joe Sakic of the Quebec Nordiques against Ed Belfour.
Accio.
Much like last time, looking at the target. Now, see where this guy
Revelio.
these are the two goalies voted by the fans to start the All-Star game.
Accio.
Steve Lyle, outstanding goalies. Round 3. Come on, the two fellas we just saw, Gretzky and Hull. Let's go. Come on. Steve Yzerman is the next pick for the Capitals. Not a bad choice against Patrick Waugh.
Accio.
What's that?
Hope this isn't as precarious as it looks. Revelio.
An intruder! Stop them! No, not... that's not helpful, you...
Revelio.
Tim.
Accio. Revelio.
Bit offended. The room thought I needed a bath. Cheeky thing.
Revelio. How does anyone other than a house elf manage to get around in here? Accio. What was that? Was that a golden snitch?
Perhaps you should summon your wits and find out.
Accio. Revelio. Confringo. Depulso. Levioso.
is Anthony Barilla. He's a professional disc golfer, and as you're about to see, he can throw freakishly far. I wonder if you got a little bit of wind read off of your disc, Philo.
You know, I think it's just easier. They're not even going full speed, man. I had to put all of it into that. You know what I mean? They're just going like 70%, you know.
There you go. AB, no slouch either.
I think I've only thrown that far, like, into the Grand Canyon.
I like giving Thomas's my discs because I know they'll have a good life and they'll fire them.
Oh, it's not the problem with them. It's there. It's just the touch factor.
Sure. There's some touch with the Nova from AB. AB looking to keep pace with Thomas. Stages 3 back. Does so nicely.
You know what I just noticed is my boy here on the right of the frame. The only spectator.
He was the gallery.
He was everywhere for the last 2 days. I was like, man, you know he was supposed to be out here, right?
Yeah. This left or right headwind just if it flips over, it just will not come back.
It's not coming back. Yeah, AB's taking a really straight line.
My name is Jenny. I'm a sophomore, and this.
Yeah, that's right. You know, I saw that press conference you had a couple months ago, mate. The thing that bugged me the most, you disrespect all the superstars that made K1 what it is today, mate. They're still sitting here, and you're trying to tell me you're going to be the champ for the next 20 years, mate? It's real. Hey, get your power. Come on, man.
What happens when the cockiest young fighter meets an Australian legend in kickboxing?
Badr Har's a dangerous guy. He's kill or be killed.
This story isn't just about a young cocky fighter being humbled. It's one of the greatest rivalries in combat sports of all time.
And you can just sense the bad blood between these two men. You can smell it in the air here. Drop dead. There has never been a grudge match in K1 history, folks, quite like this one. Never have two men genuinely hated each other as much as Graham and Badr Hari.
Badr Hari was a young prodigy here, and he would later become the biggest superstar kickboxing had ever seen.
Ooh. Okay.
Revelio.
Few people know about this epic rivalry today, but here are some epic moments coming up. You see, by 2006, anyone who saw Badr Hari would be the next big superstar in combat sports. At 17 years old, he ran through the European kickboxing
Revelio.
circuit with 35 wins and 1 loss. By 18 years old, he was already fighting the best in the world and defeating many A-class fighters. Getting into combat sports because he was
I hope that
Hari wanted to prove to the world who he was and what he was capable of.
I had a lot of problems and I always came at home crying or somebody had hit me again, was picking on me. So my father, he was like, okay, I'm done with this. He was like, you're gonna learn to stand up for yourself. And that's how I came in contact with martial arts, with kickboxing. Next door, right there.
Yikes! Careful! Huh? Oh, there you are! Wait right there. Deke will come to you. Hello.
Ah, Deke, we've been looking for you.
Apologies, Professor Weasley. Deke was looking through some of what's appeared in the room since Deke was last here.
Badr Hari was only 22.
Is this the student?
Indeed it is.
Deke is honored to meet you.
Deke has been a friend since I was a second year. We discovered this room together. I mentioned you to Deke. We believe that you might be able to benefit from this room like I did. Deke, would you be so kind?
Of course, Professor Weasley. The Room of Requirement will always be equipped for the Seeker's needs. It's unplottable, so won't appear on any map. Most happen upon it by accident, if ever. Deke's seen students in need of an extra file for potions stumble upon the room filled with them. You seem to have accessed it in its form as the Room of Hidden Things.
I was thinking about needing a place away from prying eyes.
Brilliant. Oh, that explains it then.
What I need specifically is a place where I can catch up on my schoolwork without distraction.
Well then, the room can provide you with precisely that. Now, it's time to focus on what you need. Just close your eyes. Imagine the room precisely as you need it. The room will do the rest.
You've given yourself quite a canvas to work with.
After the press conference, they bumped into each other. And for some reason,
I look forward to seeing what you do with the space. Ah, and it seems the room has provided you with a desk of description. Excellent. It can identify unfamiliar items of clothing. One should always understand the effects of anything in which one is clothed.
it turned into an MMA fight right away, with Graham first defending punches very nicely to then shooting for a takedown. The lead hand perfectly measured the distance for an incoming haymaker, allowing him to slip the first punch and then duck the left hook, setting up a perfect takedown.
You'll find plenty of items of clothing that need to be identified.
Legendary moments in kickboxing history.
Mess with the bull, you get the horns.
When the fight started, the adult fighter pressed the young fighter right away. It's clear that Graham wanted a manhandle Hari, but young Badder was game, and no matter what Graham did, he continued fighting back. You see, don't let the long basketball shorts fool you. At 22 years old, he was already one of the best fighters in the world. Although Badder was skinny and lacked strength and sometimes technique, a clean blow by him can still produce a knockout, and he simply won't give up until you knock him out. In the middle of the round, Graham realised he couldn't just manhandle the young fighter, and started being more technical with his shot selection, particularly using low kicks to score. Badder looked like he was building momentum, but when he stepped forward with a jab, Graham slipped a punch, framed with his left hand, and then threw a huge right hook to rock the young fighter. Smelling a finish, Graham released a barrage and landed 9 unanswered shots. When he continued hunting, however, Badder showed heart and fought back well. At the end of the round, he almost landed a spinning hook kick and it earned the respect of the veteran kickboxer. In the beginning of the second round, a low kick exchange sent the young fighter flying. Graham then landed another jab-jab uppercut combination, which off-balanced his opponent again. No matter what he landed though, it seemed like Badder absorbed the shots and got better over time. Despite not having the momentum, the young fighter never stopped swinging for the fences. He even pressed the veteran back with their combinations in the middle of the round, and went for a jumping spin kick again. For some reason, Graham threw a huge uppercut to Hari's armpit. That did nothing, and then he touched himself in the face with that glove right after. Anyways, Graham landed a huge combination on Hari again, and then Hari threw a huge switch knee to his nuts. Towards the end of the round, Graham looked like he was visibly fatiguing, and Hari landed a huge cross to counter Graham's low kick. Although the older lion was stumbled, he kept moving forward, and almost knocked out Hari before scored a rolling front kick. In the third round, Hari tried his signature spin kick again. A beautiful attempt to land the strike after a clinch break. Graham then landed a series of overhands, but again Badder started rallying back late in the round. Just when Hari looked like he had a chance to steal the round, the veteran threw an overhand that initially missed, and timed a perfect rolling thunder against Hari's all-out overhand. Right away, Graham knew the fight ended, and sent a kiss to the crowd as Hari was still on the ground. This technique had instant legendary status in combat sports, and it still does to this day for hardcore fans. It wasn't just a perfect execution, but especially because it humbled the young, cocky fighter that was Badder Hari. The crowd gave a standing ovation to the once-in-a-lifetime knockout they just saw. Badder was eventually
be an invaluable resource.
I imagine the desk of description will come in handy.
It will. I hope you'll take advantage of it. Now, I'll give you a brief lesson in conjuring. The room might not provide everything you need on its own.
Conjuring?
Yes, the magic of creating or conjuring objects. I'll teach you.
Conjuring, huh?
Very good. When conjuring more complex objects, you'll need what's called a spellcraft. Spellcrafts are like recipes. They list the ingredients or resources needed to conjure a particular object. You should have acquired some for a potion station and potting table from tomes and scrolls in Hogsmeade.
I did. Where can I find the resources I need?
While resources such as moonstone can be obtained throughout the Highlands, it's much safer and easier to purchase them. They can also be collected by vanishing objects in the room, such as the chairs you vanished earlier. In fact, you should have enough resources for now.
I see. Can I regain resources by vanishing something I've already conjured?
You can indeed. Quite perceptive. Why don't you give it a try? Go ahead and conjure the potion station and potting table. You should find both familiar, since they'll resemble the ones you've already used to study magical plants and brew potions in class.
Potting table and a potion station.
Well done. You can use these whenever you need to brew potions or grow plants. Presuming, of course, you've collected any seeds or potion ingredients you need in Hogsmeade or outside the castle grounds. Deke will be here to answer any questions you may have. Do not underestimate his insights.
I will be sure to speak with Deke if I need anything. Thank you.
Good luck. I shall linger a bit longer in case you'd like to learn another transfiguration spell for use in the room.
I'm ready for the next lesson, Professor.
Very well. First, you'll need to gather some moonstone. You can acquire it by vanishing items here in the Room of Requirement, or you can gather it carefully outside of the Hogwarts grounds. Return to me once you've gathered enough, and we shall begin the lesson.
I would like to teach you Wingardium Leviosa. It can be used to levitate objects for a short time. Once you've completed a few prerequisite tasks, do see me after class.
Do you have the moonstone? You can acquire some by vanishing items here in the room, or you can gather it outside the Hogwarts grounds. vanishing items here in the room, or you can gather it outside the Hogwarts grounds.
Revelio.
Do you have the moonstone? You can acquire some by vanishing items here in the room, or you can gather it outside the Hogwarts grounds.
I have the moonstone you requested, Professor.
Good.
Wow.
Then
This
we
is,
may begin your lesson. You can conjure more than potions and herbology
getting
tables.
weird, but
Conjuration can be used to decorate the
kind
space
of cool how
to
you
your
can decorate
liking.
your own shit.
Why don't you try it on the walls and floor?
I already did.
Good work.
I've conjured everything I can. What's next, Professor?
I think you're ready to take on alteration. The altering spell will allow you to customize any conjured item. You can change the colors, patterns, and styles of your furniture to suit your taste. Let's get started, shall we? Watch closely as I demonstrate how to perform the altering spell. Just aim your wand at any conjured item and perform the altering spell to customize it. Now you're ready for something a little more advanced. You can use the altering spell directly on the room's architecture. Try these new designs on the floor or balcony. Try aiming at the floor or at that balcony whilst using the altering spell. Your space might benefit from a bit of ambiance, don't you think? Deke, would you mind?
Professor Weasley showed Deke this bit of magic some years ago. Deke thinks you'll enjoy it. Come and talk to Deke when you're ready.
Professor Weasley said I should ask you about changing the room's ambience.
Of course. What sort of overall look most appeals to you?
I'd like the room to feel mysterious and eerie, as if I'm in the Forbidden Forest, surrounded by shadows.
Oh, sounds perfect.
Quite a difference. Of course, you needn't keep this style if you don't like it. You can always ask Deke to change it back. Now you have learnt a good bit about alteration.
Thank you, Professor. The room is full of possibilities.
Indeed. No matter how much time I spend here, the room always manages to surprise me.
That's pretty cool. I can change everything. Crazy. Room of requirements fucking badass.
An even bigger space.
How did that happen?
The room equips itself to your needs. It must have sensed that you needed more space to practice spellcasting. If you'd like to customize the space further, you can use these spellcrafts. You'll find more of them both inside and outside the school.
Thank you, Professor. I shall keep an eye out.
Good. I'll leave you to it. This is your space now. Use it wisely.
Incendio! Revelio!
Okay, let's get the fuck out of here.
I'd like to ask you about changing the room's ambience.
Of course. What sort of overall look most appeals to you?
Actually, perhaps another time.
I think I'm only gonna play for a little longer. I'm getting tired.
Revelio.
The portraits in the castles aren't always sad, but many of them do chatter on nonetheless.
Reparo.
I enjoy having lunch down by the lake.
It's good Black's children are too young to attend Hogwarts.
What are you up to now?
Galleons and a historian's uniform. It was brilliant solving those.
Revelio. Capolso. Accio. Levioso. Accio.
Okay, I think I'm gonna go to bed.
Hogwarts has brought me and my
I was hoping to see you.
You're back.
Finally. Minister Spavin talks more than he listens. Ranted on and on about rogue dragons. Wouldn't listen to a word about goblins. Speaking of which...
Listen, Professor. So much happened while you were away. Nearly Headless Nick asked me to get some rotten roast beef from the kitchens.
Rotten roast beef?
Yes, I thought it was odd too. But then we took the roast beef to Sir Podmore of the Headless Hunt, and...
You met the Headless Hunt? That must have been interesting, to say the...
Yes. And then I had to find Richard Jackdaw's head in the pumpkins so that he'd tell me about how he died.
Who on earth is Richard Jackdaw?
He was a student here long ago. Anyway, he told me about a secret cavern. I went there, and right next to Jackdaw's skeleton, I found the missing pages.
You found the pages?
I did. And because Jackdaw had followed the map they contained, when I found the pages, I found the location on the map. Believe it or not, it's a room below Hogwarts.
Why am I not surprised? Shall we?
I was hoping you'd say that. Oh, and we'll need to bring the book.
Okay, I'm shutting her down. I'm getting too tired. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Have a wonderful night.